What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining me here on this fine occasion. Oh my God, man. What the fuck was that? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Disclaimer, I'm probably gonna say some things I'm gonna regret. Probably. Haven't really thought this one through. Um appreciate you guys being here, man. I took so long just because there's a lot of people streaming, a lot of other 49er content creators. I usually like to wait till everything dies down, but it's like I can only wait so long, and uh I gotta get the motherfucker out of the way. People, I know people got to work tomorrow, so we got to get your guys' thoughts, opinions, have this little bullshit therapy session for a little bit, man. I at this point, what can I say, man? Um, I have a really weird feeling of like, I don't know if it's numbness or peace, or I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, okay, yeah, we quote unquote lost today, but the Eagles didn't beat the 49ers. Brock Purdy went down, and everything went downhill from there. Um, you know, if Eagles fans are going to come in here and try to start talking their shit, like, dude, you guys didn't beat the Niners. Everybody saw it. Brock Purdy got hurt. I thought it was, once I saw Fred Warner get hurt, I'm glad he came back into the game and he was fine to finish out the game, Fred Warner. Um, but that worried me. I'm like, shit, man, I hope this isn't that kind of game. And it just turned out to be. And um, I told the people that were in the sports bar, just alongside me, strangers, I was like, man, dude, you got to be fucking kidding me. This is like that. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. One of those moments. I forget who said it. Um, but some philosopher back in the day or some shit. I don't know, man. There's not much I can say. I know you can put some blame on Kyle Shanahan. I'm sure you could put blame on Tyler Croft, Mike McGlinchey, all kinds of this, and that. But at the end of the day, we're not going to the Super Bowl, man. And it's unfortunate. Um, if Brock Purdy would have been healthy the whole game, we would have won. I was not impressed by the Eagles at all whatsoever. I don't think anybody was. I have heard that the national media has been saying otherwise, that there's kind of this bias, acting like the Eagles are something. And they're a good, solid team, man. But like I said, if Brock Purdy were healthy, our defense was dominating. Of course, Kyle Shanahan, you got to challenge that catch, man. Devontae Smith making the almost one-handed catch. Jimmy Ward ends up breaking it up, and it hits the ground, ends up not being a catch. The Eagles do what they're supposed to. They rush to the line because they know damn well it's not a catch. Devontae Smith, he has it in his hands. He feels it hit the ground. He knows he doesn't have possession, so he rushes everybody to get to the line. That should be indicator number one, Kyle Shanahan, that you need to throw that red flag out there, as well as Jimmy Ward. You need to go to your coach and tell him, hey, dude, I'm not so sure that was a catch. I'm pretty sure, I punched it out of his hands or something, that it hit the ground. This is NFC Championship. This is do or die, man. You need to get this done. Even right there, that changes the whole outcome of the game, outcome of the series of events that happens once you challenge something like that. But yeah, guys, I'll get into further detail throughout the game, but let me tap into the comments real quick. Got my boy Raphael in here, as always, man. Appreciate you. He says like and subscribe. Yeah, guys, I would appreciate that. I don't know how much I'm going to be posting throughout the off season. That has yet to be determined. I don't know if it's going to be an every other day thing like I typically do, like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday type of thing, or what just yet. I think I'm going to start doing a lot of fishing. I think I might have to get. Well, I'm waiting for the sun to start coming out a little bit more, man. It's been a cold winter out here in Flagstaff in northern Arizona. A lot of snow, and I've been waiting for things to kind of warm up a little bit so I could go outside and do some fishing, because these weirdos around here, they like to close down gates and stuff to lakes when the snow starts hitting, because they don't want people traveling the roads, which is super stupid to me, because Ice hole fishing is still a thing. I guess they've never heard about it. Got homegirl Stephanie Lizama in here. Her boyfriend's an Eagles fan, so I won't be surprised if he decides to pop his head in here. If anybody would like to get the link to call in, I will throw it in the comments, guys. Let me know. As always, please throw any question or comment specifically for me or whoever joins in. Um, 4 flame emojis in that comment or question so that I know to get to it quicker. It'll help me sift through all the comments, man. But yeah, I'm gonna go through some of the comments right now. Shout out to the homie Stephanie Lizama for being here. And she says, can't wait for the post game. Hey, well, here we are. Sorry for the wait, everybody. But I appreciate you guys. Jesus M is in here. Niner gang. Hell yeah, babe. Niner gang over everything till the day I die, man. Fuck that shit. It's still what it is. Bird gang ain't shit. I had a Seahawks fan come into the sports bar today. He's a Seahawks fan, and he was going for the Eagles. He said, I got to stick with the birds, man. I was like, let me find out your bird gang, motherfucker. Schmeathead. What's up, G9 Garage? Thanks for being here, man. Jesus M says, Josh Johnson didn't fight for fumble lack of urgency. 100%, man. That shit pissed me off so bad, dude. And I can see why he's a journeyman. And I don't understand. Like, even then, that's in question. I don't know why, he has the opportunities that he does. He made a couple plays here and there, but he just completely crumbled, man. He didn't make the effort when we needed it. And that injury, that concussion, that so-called concussion, man, I think that was a complete cop-out. I don't know definitively. Like I said, I'm saying some things I might regret. It might just happen. I might regret some things that I'm saying, but as of right now, I do honestly feel, in my opinion, that Josh Johnson thing was like, okay, well, I've already fucking plummeted my stock to almost to the point of no return. I might as well get done and go down while I'm ahead and just head to the locker room. That's what it looked like to me. Once things were unraveling for him, it just was spiraling out of control, man. It's tough. And then you got dumbass Jimmy Garoppolo over there on the sideline. Fucking dumbass Colgate smile. Shit pissed me off, dude. Because I'm pretty sure Jimmy Garoppolo could have played in this game if he really wanted to. But the thing is, contractually, he's not obligated to. He's a free agent next year, so I don't know. I don't know if he was up for playing some hero ball, but it didn't look from it. He looked like he was having a jolly old good old time. So whatever, man. I don't think he's a Niners fan. I'm pretty sure he's a Bears fan at heart, being from Chicago. But yeah, I agree with you, Jesus. Lack of urgency from that damn guy, Josh Johnson. Dude was looking like a straight mark out there today. Yeah, Raphael, like I said, man, just the series of unfortunate events, guys. It's like at this point, what more can you say? This is why, it's probably going to be a quick show. And I will throw the link in the comments real quick, just in case anybody who does want to call in. Jesus M says, Niners were in the game until the defense penalties and fumbles started the meltdown. Yeah, man. And even then, the so-called penalties, like, how are you going to call illegal use of hands to the face on a guy who's getting obviously held, man? Obviously. That shit was pissing me off so bad. All those stupid penalties that were bullshit calls. Sorry, one sec. Lower the mic just a little bit. Yeah, man. 49ers were completely in the game the whole time until Brock Purdy was hurt, man. It's fucking unfortunate. And the thing is too, like, with that injury, it looks like it's going to be a tendon. And it really pissed me off because I saw him throwing on the sideline just fine. So I didn't understand why he couldn't go in the game and throw a couple passes. I just don't get it, man. There's a lot. I just I wanted so bad for Kyle Shanahan to call up my damn cell phone and let me go in. One thing I don't understand is why CMC was not called upon to throw a few passes, right? You know, like just go into Wildcat, man. Play 11 on 11. You know, at that point, like if you're not using Brock Purdy for really anything at all whatsoever, why aren't you going into just wildcat formation, letting CMC and Debo pass the ball here and there, just letting them run the ball, just play backyard football, literally. Literally just go out there and play some turkey bowl type shit. I don't understand it, man. Uh Tisha Edmonds said, imagine a ruptured or broken elbow. Yeah, I doubt it. I'm sure it's just his tendon. Um, we just gotta wait and find out. MRI, MRI soon. Raphael says 49ers needed to play disciplined football. There was no hope, man. I'm sorry, dude. There's just once Brock Purdy went down, Josh Johnson was not getting it done. He can't even hold on to the damn snap of the ball. Day one shit. He's supposed to be a veteran. You can't even hold like, dude, he just gave the fucking Eagles a win on a silver platter, fucking touchdowns, and then hey, you know what? Well, I just plummeted my stock, so let me just go ahead and head to the locker room with my supposed concussion. So it is what it is, man. Like the defense can only do so much. At what point can we just, not be asking too much of them? Like the offense wasn't going to do anything. They didn't do anything because we had no quarterback. It's like having a car with no fucking steering wheel. Can't do anything, man. So that's all I'm saying. I want to go and elaborate into all this beautiful philosophy and all this stuff of how we could blame Kyle Shanahan and how we could blame this person and that person. But really, what it comes down to is we didn't have a quarterback. Everybody that saw that game knows it. Everybody. At heart, those Eagles fans know it too, man. They were fucked if Brock Purdy was in that game, dude, and he was healthy. But we got a caller backstage. I'm gonna bring him on real quick for a couple minutes. My boy Eric Wallace. Hope he's ready. Eric,
Yes, sir. How you doing?
doing all right, man. A little numb. I think. I don't know. I don't know how to explain
Yeah,
it.
I
Pissed
tell you,
off.
that was not at all how I expected this season to end for you guys. I really thought that you guys were going to be able to do that.
Yeah, me too, man.
Yeah.
You know what really struck me as odd? I'll tell you guys right now that so there was a Rams fan. I have a buddy, probably like the only Rams fan I have ever known in my life. And as soon as the 49ers lost in the NFC Championship, well, actually during the game, I've said this before on my channel, he toasted me through Instagram and he's like, cheers, bro. Here's to a good game and this and that. As soon as the game was over and 49ers lost the NFC Championship to the Rams, he was talking mad shit. I was like, how are you going to come at me humble and then talk all this shit right
Oh,
after the game?
boy.
Yeah. So I went after him and I was like, bruh, you're on some straight bullshit. How you gonna go and talk all this shit? I see you. And then today he messaged me. I forget exactly what he said, but he's like, "You guys gonna get the dog shit beat out of you by them Eagles." And then, but he said he was just kidding. He said he was rooting for the Niners because we're representing the NFC West. So I was pretty surprised by that, man. It was pretty cool. I don't know
Oh,
if he
man.
I don't know if he jinxed us with that bad juju, but I appreciated the comment.
Yep,
Yeah. Saw the Seahawks fans in there as well today.
yep,
Nice and lively.
yep. They're just, I mean, I don't know what happened today. I mean, I think that when Pody first went down, that's when it really started happening. And then Williams doing what he didn't help matters.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, but
exactly, man. That's what I'm saying. Like You just at that point, it's basically helpless. You have no quarterback. I don't understand why Kyle Shanahan was not running out of the Wildcat. CMC has a quarterback background. Debo can throw a really nice spiral. He can throw the ball. And just play 11 on 11 football instead of having an injured quarterback that can't literally do anything but hand the ball off.
Yeah.
I don't understand it at all whatsoever.
Yeah,
Just
and
play
and
backyard football.
Jimmy not played today. That was a bit surprising. I mean,
Jimmy's oh my God. I've been hearing he's walking and this and that around the facility. Like, I
if
don't
you
know.
can walk, you need to get up here, son.
Well, he was supposed to be available for last week. By last week, he was supposed to be available. So I'm sure he's good by now.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So that really pissed me off seeing
Unbelievable.
him laughing his ass off on the sideline. That really pissed me off, man.
Yeah, son, I hope you having fun because we could have used you out there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Straight up. Straight up. This is exactly what I was saying too. I wanted Garoppolo back. Not
Yeah.
because I wanted Brock Purdy to get benched, but because I wanted the insurance in case a situation like this prevented itself, right? Sure enough, there it is. And the motherfucker's on the sideline. Everybody
Yep.
thought I was crazy. I was like, dude, I just want him for insurance. I don't want him to be the starting quarterback.
Yep.
So, and then they're like, oh, well, he's probably not going to play. I don't think his agent wants him to play because he could hurt himself for his free agency. Well, it's like you can up your stock that just plummeted because of Brock Purdy. You can re up your stock by playing and being the hero.
Yeah.
You can save the day. But no.
I mean, and then, I mean, you could not only save today, but you could possibly, if you were to save this game and save the next game, you would be a Super Bowl champion and you would be a hero.
Yeah.
You would be a hero for you guys.
Now, Super Bowl champion, I'm not sure just because Garoppolo is limited.
Yeah.
To a certain extent is what his playing ability takes him to, man. So he can get us there. I mean, he can win a Super Bowl, but it's probably going to be a very close game. So I don't feel great about even Jimmy Garoppolo's odds to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But Eric, we got another guy backstage, man. If I could let you go.
Oh yeah, that's good, bud.
All right, appreciate you, man. As always, take care, bro. Thanks for
Man,
supporting. All right, we got Information Man show coming up.
What's up, Wolf? How you doing, man? It was very difficult watching that game today. I can't tell you how frustrated I became, how much I wanted to slam the television. I think the 49ers, don't get mad for me, everybody, for saying this. I think as brilliant as Kyle Shanahan is as a coach writing the plays and diagramming everything and the shifting that they do, I think he takes the coaching staff, particularly Shanahan, he takes the L for this one, Wolf. Because if you look at the tactics that they use, why would you have someone other than Kittle, your best blocking tight end, trying to go against Reddick, who he single-handedly disrupted our offensive flow. He single-handedly. So their tactics that they use were flawed today. I hated seeing Jimmy on that sideline with a smile. You heard about that one, right?
Oh, yeah.
I hated that the 49ers, like you said, didn't prepare him for an insurance policy. But this is the thing. I don't blame Brock Purdy, no, at all. He got hurt due to a bad situation with who they had blocking him. They should have accounted for Reddick.
I'll withhold my judgment on the Brock Purdy, how much blame I want to put on him until I find out the severity of his injury.
Right.
He looked like he was throwing just fine on the sideline.
Right. I know that people are saying, well, he didn't toughen up to come out there and play. Now, have you ever had an injury to the elbow where you have no feeling in your elbow? It's like your whole elbow, your arm goes to sleep on you.
Yeah. I mean, I
Not to
haven't.
make excuses,
haven't
but if he went out there and played with a dead arm,
hmm
he actually could have did more damage
Yeah.
to the
Nerve.
team than good. Because the minute he would have went out there and he didn't have enough tuck on that ball, enough strength on his throws, and it could have been ugly. And then we would be saying, hey, he went out there and he yucked up the joint. So we'll see what the situation is. I'm gonna just tell you this: the defense today, they had their moments, but I was like, my God, the penalties, the penalties.
Yeah.
And tell me if I'm wrong or right. Something just didn't smell right in that stadium today.
Oh my
That
God, man.
officiating crew was questionable, sir. Wolf, what is your thoughts?
Like I said, man, I gave a perfect example just a little while ago. I think it was Kerry Hyder Jr. They call him for illegal use of hands to the face, but he's getting clearly held. Held, man. This his body is completely sideways while he's trying to come at the quarterback.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, this is where it went wrong for the 49ers, ladies and gentlemen. The first throw when they made a touchdown eventually where who was it? The receiver, he caught the ball, Avante Smith, and when he did the replay, they said he didn't complete the catch and that the referees should have reviewed that because that could have come back as a
Well,
non-completed catch potentially.
if the Eagles are trying to rush back to the ball to hurry up and get the snap off, that's indication number one right there for you, Kyle Shanahan, as a head coach to throw that red flag. Also, Jimmy Ward, you got to have the awareness to know that your hand was you hit that ball, so it was juggled, and the dude landed face first down on the ball. So,
Right.
hey, coach, you know what? I'm not sure that was a catch. You should probably challenge it. It's the NFC Championship. That was fourth down, do or die time, man. So,
Right. And I'll leave you with this one.
mm,
I knew, and I hate to say this, I knew things were going to go bad when Johnson came in the game.
oh
Why?
my God,
Because
yeah,
he's been on the streets. He's everybody. Johnson's been on the streets. They just signed him off the
yeah,
streets. Even though he
yeah.
has NFL experience, he doesn't have reps. He's not in the flow of the game. So all those things, like that one part when the ball was snapped and he took his eye off the snap. Why are you taking your eye off the snap? At this stage in the game,
As a
you shouldn't be
veteran,
doing that. But the reason why he did it, Wolf, because he ain't had enough reps. He ain't really been playing all year. So I knew when our street man came in, I knew things were going to go wrong because I've seen him play before, and I said, "Oh, he's losing the ball. He's bumbling." And then when he went down with the concussion, I said, "This is not the 49ers day."
yeah,
Everything was
straight up,
like it
man,
was it was almost like it was like somebody put a hex on us today, man.
straight up.
But anyway, I'm gonna drop down. Look, man, I'm still a 49er faithful. They
Hell
still
yeah.
got a good team, a good nucleus. They got to deal with the quarterback issue. Now, before I leave, the rumor now, and you've been hearing this, does this open the door for a Tom Brady or a Derek Carr to
Or
come in? Because the 49ers now have questions about their quarterback position with Brock Purdy getting hurt, losing all these quarterbacks, and we know that Jimmy G is gone with the win.
as well as Aaron Rodgers, man. Maybe, man, but I think a key to this is going to be, signing guys like Nick Bosa to a decent contract, using draft capital to fix places all around the team, and having somebody like Trey Lance on a rookie contract that's cheap. Now, if you could bring in Tom Brady for a cheaper deal, then okay, do it. But I don't know, man. That's really tough because Aaron Rodgers and Derek Carr are expecting a lot of money. They're due a lot of money. As I believe, I think Tom Brady is a free agent now. From the last I
I think
remember.
Tom Brady's a free agent. I think in order to get to require the services of an Aaron Rodgers, the 49ers would have to engage in a trade with Green Bay. Is that correct or wrong? Because he's still in a contract,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And that's the thing. He's due for like 40 million a year. So it's like that's unless you're gonna renegotiate that, it's not happening, homeboy. Not
Right.
in
And
my house.
let me just give you some history here. You know the ironic thing? You know, the 49ers could have drafted Aaron Rodgers, but they went with Alex Smith. And you look at it and you say, damn, that was a big mistake. They should have went. But either here or there, these are the options that the 49ers are looking at.
I think regardless of who they drafted, you kind of see this with the Raiders is they just don't have their shit. They didn't have their shit together at the time. That's why they had the first overall pick. So I don't think it would have mattered whether it was Alex Smith or Aaron Rodgers because they had a lot of the similar abilities, in my opinion.
I would say this. I would say with even though the defense had penalties and did things to hurt themselves, the defense actually would have kept us in the game if our offense could have scored some points. There's a chance that if Brock Purdy would have been healthy and never knocked out of the game, and we could have got our offense on track, there's a chance that the 49ers could have made this a close game going down the stretch.
Yeah.
But we weren't able to overcome the penalties that our defense put us in because our offense was in disarray. Even though the defense showed signs that they could contain, because I'm going to tell you, Hurts didn't look 100% himself today, sir. He looked a little off in his game too. But anyway, thank you.
I mean, that's something I've been talking about. He's not the greatest quarterback, especially under pressure as a true quarterback from the pocket. So that was the key to the game. That's actually what the 49ers came in and did defensively. They made him play as a true quarterback. And then once things got out of hand, it was just like you couldn't do anything about it. But he's 21st in the league when it comes to being a quarterback under pressure, and Brock Purdy's number 4. So just to put things, perspective.
Right. So I'm gonna do like you. I'm gonna keep my ears to the streets and see what is the verdict on Brock Purdy. Could he have gone? Or is his situation more serious than we were led to believe? So we'll see, because I didn't like to see it end like this, where he doesn't even get a chance to play, or he doesn't play at all. I didn't see it like that. So, and it was crazy. Quarterbacks are dropping like flies. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So this lead is it's a tough lead, man. But go ahead.
Sorry. I was just going to say, if you really think about it, Josh Johnson was more like our 5th string quarterback, because Nate Sudfeld was supposed to be the backup this year.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot to ask a guy to come in like Johnson, who really had that many reps, to come into a game like this against this type of team. And, man, I feel, I don't know. I'm gonna tell you right now, that officiating crew was god awful, and I think a lot of their calls were very questionable today. Oh, yeah. Okay, the Eagles won the game; they were the better team due to our blunders along the way. But that officiating crew didn't give the 49ers no favors. Have a good night, my man. Brother Wolf,
likewise.
Take care.
As always, man, I appreciate you. Have a great night.
All right, peace.
And everybody go check out Information Man Show, man. Cool dude over there. He's got his podcast. SOT Productions. What's up, man? Sorry to have you waiting so long.
That's okay.
How's it going? What's on your mind tonight?
I want to congratulate the Chiefs on winning the AFC Championship and getting back to Super Bowl 57.
Yeah,
I understand that the 49ers are not in the Super Bowl because of the Eagles. But if the Eagles are not in the Super Bowl, they can call their buddy that is red for backup.
Yeah, I think I might root for the Chiefs to beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl.
And make sure that
just to expose them for the I was not impressed by what I saw from the Eagles today. Is kind of what I expected, pretty much. So, and all the evidence is there, all the receipts are there, what I expected from the Eagles, and it kind of played out to that extent as far as defensively and stuff like that. You a Chiefs fan?
Yes, I am.
Oh, right on, man. Well, congrats, man. Yeah, that was
under my condition. Would you like to make sure that Chiefs win the Super Bowl in 2 weeks from now?
Would I bet on it?
Yeah.
Probably. I think so, man. I think they're overall way more talented, at least offensively. And I think defensively they could slow the Eagles down enough to be able to win and just put up too many points for the Eagles to be able to keep up with. So yeah, I think the Chiefs would win.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I want both of them to lose. Oh, no.
I understand that. I have a video for the team that's going to the Super Bowl since they won the AFC Championship.
Uh-huh.
Here it is. Look on top of the man with the black polo.
Let me see. How do you do that? Boo! Yeah. This guy. Hey, that's pretty cool. I don't know how to do that stuff. You're more tech savvy than I am.
Not only I am SOT Production, not only that I had this, but I also had Sense Terror commercials. I dedicated my life to that since 2019.
You're hired.
Would you like to see my Sense Terror commercials, for example?
No, man, we got to get through a lot of the show right now. But I appreciate you calling in. I got a lot of comments.
I'll show you.
All right, bro. Sounds good, man. Thanks for calling in. Appreciate you. Have a great night. Good luck. All right, guys. Like I said, again, if you guys could throw 4 flame emojis in your comment/question so that I know that you are specifically directing it for me. David Villas says, like this, for example, there it is. The emojis helps me get to it faster so I can get through your guys' stuff, man. He says, what's up, faithfuls and Wolf? Hunting like all the faithful, but staying strong. Proud of my Niners and great season. Yeah, man. Like I said earlier, I have like this weird peace or numbness. I don't know what to call it, but it's like I don't feel like the Eagles got the best of us, man. It was just what do you call it? Like unfortunate circumstances that happened, and it just felt like inevitable. So I'm not beating myself up too much, man. It's just, it sucks that it's not a series. It's just win or go home. And so we don't get the chance to prove it till next year. So that's the tough part, man. And my boy, David McNiner is here to talk me off the edge as well, man. So what's your thoughts, man? How are you doing?
Kind of sad, you know.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't think we'd be talking about off season and you know the things that are being talked about right now in all the 49er streams. Like I was just over on Corey Davis, you know, with those guys, and we were talking about free agents. Just
yeah, I know.
This doesn't feel right. This doesn't feel right to me.
It's
okay?
not the conversation we're supposed to be having right now. Yeah, I feel you, man. It's that's off-season talk, and this isn't supposed to be off-season for us. This is our postseason.
I mean, in my opinion, is that a family member?
Yeah.
But
yeah, my sister. That's the one with the boyfriend that's an Eagles fan. So she probably fucked him up, tied him up, and threw him in the closet.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, she probably fucked him up, tied him up, and threw him in the closet. I was she put me on the phone with him before the game, and we were talking shit. Said I said we're gonna whoop that ass today, man. Sure enough, that didn't happen. We got a caller backstage. You mind if we bring him on real quick? Oh, we got a couple callers backstage now.
Yeah, bring him on.
Okay. Suka, I'm gonna bring you on, man, if you're ready. All right, 3, 2. Yo, Suka, what's up, man?
What's up, brother? What's up, man? How you guys doing?
Not the greatest.
I know, me too.
I feel you, bro. But I have like this weird feeling, man. Like I said, I don't know if you heard it. It's weird because it's like I don't feel defeated, Like as a 49er, I don't feel defeated because it's like it was inevitable. Once Purdy went down, it's like, what the fuck are you gonna do?
What are we supposed to do? What can we do? That's true. Hey, you're not telling no lies, man. I mean, after that, I'm sorry, I don't mean to go on, but
no, go ahead.
For
That's
it.
exactly what
That's what you're here for.
That's why I shut my mouth so you could talk.
Nah, like you said, man, it's inevitable. Like what else can we do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like my daughter back there over there.
Yeah, shout out to that badass jersey. Hey,
say hi.
Cruising around in the Niner
I know,
mobile.
man. But hey, man, like what else can we do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we got the 3rd string quarterback. We're bringing the 4th string quarterback. Our 4th string go out. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? Our defense can only do so much. So, you know, we can't put up no points. But man, I appreciate it, man. I just started watching your channel, man, and you putting out some good content.
Hey, bro,
man,
appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it, man.
It's cool to have you call in. I got a quick question for you. Because I wonder what would have happened if Nate Sudfeld could have saved the day if we would have had him, man. If we would have bring him back, I think he would have, dude. He was making some pretty good passes in preseason, man. He was making some plays out there. His arm he looked like he had a better arm than Purdy when it came to the deep pass. I don't know if you guys.
That's true. Yeah. Hey, who knows, man? Who knows? Like, I think he would have done better than Josh Johnson. I don't know.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying, bro. So I don't know. I don't remember. I think he's still under contract with like I forget. I don't know. Remember who? Probably the Browns or some shit. Detroit. Okay, there you go.
Yeah. Right, but one thing I do want to pinpoint. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Is the beginning of the game. I believe that was a turning point. Yeah. Was it Devontae Smith on 4th down? That catch. I believe that's what turned the momentum for the whole game.
Alleged catch.
Yeah, alleged catch.
Yeah.
Because who knows if they would have, challenged that or whatever, or if the rest would have seen it. I believe that Purdy wouldn't have got injured. You know, the whole script would have changed. That would have been on the first drive. Eagles would have, there's a whole lot that could have happened. But
yeah,
man, I feel like we got kind of played, man. I don't know.
Straight up, bro. Like I said, I wish it was a series. I've never really liked that about the NFL, but I understand just because of the brutality of the sport that they can't really do a series. But I wish we could do something like that. It'd be cool.
I know, man.
You'd give.
Hey, but I appreciate you for letting me come on. And David, hey, I like your jacket.
The starter. Where are you calling from?
It's old school.
Oh, yeah, it's the starter. Okay.
Where are you calling from?
Man, I'm in enemy territory, man. I'm in Seahawk over here in Seahawk Nation, man.
Okay. Hey, me too. I'm in Cardinal territory.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm putting it down, man. I was ready to fight today.
Oh, yeah.
I tied my shoes right away. I tied them up. I was like, let a motherfucker yap me in the ear on my way out, dude. He's going to catch a mouthful.
Hey, but you guys have a great night, all right? You guys take care. And, hey, until next season, I guess, huh?
Yeah, bro.
Yep.
Appreciate you calling in, man. Good to meet you. Take care.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Niner gang over everything.
Hey, that's badass.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, bro.
All right,
have a great night, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, you too.
Later.
Appreciate it.
All right, take it easy.
All right, John Jay. We got John Jay up next. John Jay, what's up, my guy? Uh-oh. His mic's muted up. There we go.
There he is.
First, I got to do a little bit of a changing.
Uh-oh.
And I have to put this up because this is how I feel right now.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you why I feel this way. First, let's shout out to the Eagles because when we played bad, when we made mistakes, they played football. So that's what you do when you play football. You play the game. So if you're the team and the team is making mistakes, they're not going to be like, oh, you know what? We're going to play awful. No, they did what they were supposed to do. Okay? But let's talk about the 49ers. And we should never get to a point where our 4th string quarterback, and Josh Johnson had 5 series. 3 of those series were bad series. And then Kyle realized, I got to go back with Brock Purdy, who we found out later, reported by Adam Schefter, he has a severe, elbow injury. We don't know how severe it is. That's why he threw 2 passes in 6 series. 6 drives. The game was over when we were just running the football, and handing it off. Then they showed Jimmy Garoppolo on the sideline. He was smiling, whatever. It is what it is. And then Trey Lance was there. They showed him about 5 different times. And Josh Johnson had a concussion. It was later found out it was a concussion. Kyle said a few months ago when he was asked if Trey could come back, he said Trey is done for the year, but Trey Lance flew with the team. Jimmy Garoppolo, we don't want Jimmy to play. He flew with the team. That makes me furious. If these two quarterbacks cannot play, why were they there on the field? So that's the first thing that I'm still pissed off about. Second, as I mentioned, we should never, ever, ever have a situation when your 4th-string quarterback is in the NFC Championship game. Name me a team that's done that. Niners are the only team. Niners are the only team.
3rd string was pushing it.
Yeah, and Brock Purdy as the 3rd-string quarterback was playing absolutely great in those games that he took over.
Yeah.
He was doing a good job.
Yeah.
But when he got hurt and Josh Johnson in 5 series was awful. And of course, that fumble, he was nervous when he got that, exchange with Jake Brendel. So it is so hard for me to be mad at the Eagles because the Eagles, they beat us. They did their job. Us, the defense played bad at the end of the game. Of course, all the scruffles, all the issues, but 10 penalties. Okay. We basically gave 21 points to them from a fumble to a bad series. And
no challenge on the catch.
So it's hard for me. It's hard for me to look at the team as a whole and say that it was Kyle's fault. Some people are blaming Brock Purdy for getting hurt. Let's not do that.
Freak accident, man. Definitely.
We have to blame everyone, the coaches, the players, and of course, a person I despise, the Yorks. So at the end of the day, this was worse than what happened last year. Last year, sucked, but this was awful. Awful. We played as bad as the New York Giants, and we know a Giants fan, and I'm not doing this to make fun of his team. That's how bad we played. So,
man. Yeah, exactly, man. I'm going to answer this comment real quick, and then I got a question for you too, man. Both of you guys. Who that Jacob says, yo, can we wish for the Eagles to lose? You can wish for whatever your little heart desires, man. That's up to you, man. Ask and thou shall receive. Honestly, whatever your little heart desires, you can wish for it. No judgment.
When it comes to who wins the Super Bowl, I don't give a fuck.
Dude, I wanted the Bengals to win it all, but they couldn't get it done at the end. Stupid penalty at the end of the game probably cost them. But, oh, man, I wanted the Bengals to win it all because I can't stand the Chiefs. And now with the Eagles, I know they were not up to par with the 49ers. From what I saw today, they were not up to par. 49ers were doing great up until that injury and the series of unfortunate events. And so I want the Eagles to get exposed for what they really are. So as of right now, I'm rooting for the Chiefs. Unfortunately, I fucking hate to say it so bad.
Oh, I know. Both teams are like, oh man, it's just one of those. I think I'm only gonna watch to watch the halftime show to watch right now to shake what the good Lord gave her, but that's about it.
Hell yeah, man. Oh, that's my wife right there. Hey, you guys remember that scene from Dumb and Dumber when Jim Carrey's all no? It gets him every time, man. You guys are whack. But Platform 246 says, what up, Wolf and David? What's up, man? Good to have you in here. Appreciate it.
Yeah, Lawrence Jackson.
Yeah, that's Lawrence Jackson. He's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I followed him on Twitter. Yeah, so been checking him out. Appreciate you tapping in, man. And I'm gonna throw the link in the comments as well. I know it's been a little while since I've thrown that in there, just in case we get any more callers. You guys, anybody want to get their thoughts across? So real quick, I mean, first and foremost, for the offense, I was really surprised how aggressive Kyle Shanahan, and this is part of the blame. And, I feel like we can only put so much on Kyle, but I thought from the very get-go coming into this game, just run the ball down their throats. I even told you earlier in the pregame show, right, David? You don't even have to pass in the first drive. Just set the tone, run it down their throats. Don't get cute if you don't have to. Maybe a couple of pre-snap motions and stuff like that, but you don't have to pass the ball. Set the tone, run the ball, score. That easy.
Yep.
They didn't do that. It got Brock Purdy hurt. Not only that, it put him in a few pretty bad situations. No pun intended.
Yeah.
Now, so I'll let you guys answer that first, because I thought the 49ers passed way too much to start the game, and that's what led us to what happened. So I'll let you guys answer that first, and then I have another question for you.
John Jay?
What was the question?
Well, so during our pregame, we were discussing what the Niners should do.
Mm-hmm.
And our theory was we should run it down their throats, not even pass it. The whole first series, just keep running the ball and running the ball and running the ball, put some points up on the board, demoralize them. And that's not what happened. We ended up getting Brock Purdy hurt trying to pass the ball.
Well, not just demoralize them, but it's like expose their weakness as well. So that was why we thought maybe it'd be a good idea not to even pass. I mean, and then when you do play action, not out of the pocket, at least not to start out with.
Not out of the shotgun. Yeah, I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think about what happened in the first part of that game? What do you think?
Do you think we passed too much?
So
yeah.
So one thing that has been proven by Kyle, when he is trailing, he goes off the game plan. And when the Eagles scored the touchdown, it was 7-0. And the Niners played pretty well. When Purdy left, when he got hurt, we were doing really well with Josh Johnson. And at one point, it was 7-7. So at that point, we did not have to do anything special because we were playing really well. I felt like, I was already thinking that, imagine if Josh Johnson beats the Eagles, because the Eagles were not playing really well. But then the mistakes happen. So when Kyle is trailing, he tries to do something different. So Josh Johnson was not working. As I mentioned, he had 5 series, 3 of them were awful. One of them, of course, when he fumbled the football. And another series is when he had Kittle wide open and he threw the ball the wrong way. And Kittle was I've never seen Kittle frustrated and angry at a quarterback. Even Jimmy would never do that. He would survey, look, if he sees a white, he throws the ball quickly out there.
Yeah, so, Kittle was pulling a Brandon Ayuk from last year that got him in the doghouse.
So Kyle was like, you know what? And then then Josh Johnson gets hurt, and he puts back a player that has a serious injury on his elbow. So then when Brock Purdy was there, he had 6 possessions, 6 drives, 2 throws, all of them behind the line of scrimmage, and we were running the football. So I think what Kyle realized was, once Purdy got hurt and then he had to go with Josh Johnson and Josh Johnson wasn't playing, he realized the only way to move the football is to not throw the football. And what he should have done early in the game, as David said, run the football early. So that injury would not have happened. Yeah. And again, I will say this, the injury that happened came on McGlinchey's side. So
as always.
At the end of the day, like the defense did the best it could, and the defense got tired, and the offense was not helping that situation. So there's so many things that I could say that we could have done, but at the end of the day, once Brock Purdy, I don't know if it was the first or second possession where he hurt his elbow. After that, Josh Johnson did the best he could, made a few throws, but also made a lot of bad throws. So overall, they should have just ran the ball early in the first quarter, established that, and opened up the pass. We didn't do that. And after that, it was just downhill for us.
Yeah, straight up, man. All right, John Jay, I got another caller backstage. I'm gonna bring him in, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Okay. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, bro. Of course, it's always my pleasure, man. Have a great night.
Okay, you too.
Later, John Jay.
Lawrence Jackson, you ready, bro? All right, we're gonna bring you up. 3, 2. Yo, what's up, man? Good to see you.
And go. What's happening, man? What's happening to David? What's happening to John Jay? And Wolf, good to be on with you, man. Faithful.
Yeah,
folks in the comments. Bro. What's up to everybody? Thank you for the seat. How y'all feeling, man?
Oh man.
It was a
pissed
tough
off.
Loss, you know.
Yeah, I'm let down, but I mean, I don't know. It's just tough to work my head around this one. It's weird, man. Freak injury in the worst time.
Dude, we literally went through 4 quarterbacks.
We did.
And we had to put a guy that has a severe elbow injury back in because we didn't have any more quarterbacks. You know,
well, have you all I'm sorry, David. Have you all saw that they're saying he may need Tommy John surgery? There's a bit of a rumor that's going around right now.
I haven't seen the exact surgery thing, but I know that the tendon is a big question mark whether that's the injury. So the MRI, we'll find out after the MRI. So we'll see. Like Purdy might not even be ready for next season because that's basically
when it comes to Tommy Johns. So I've actually watched a lot of baseball, and you know you have the surgery. It's close to a calendar year before you're actually ready, but that's playing baseball. You know, that's throwing a baseball really hard. It's a different motion than throwing a football. So I don't actually know if, you know, he's going to be out for a calendar year. Kind of depends on how the surgery goes too. But at the same time, we're not sure if he needs surgery yet. It was ulnar collateral ligament damage. Yeah,
ulnar collateral.
So, and they're going to be doing an MRI tomorrow, and then we'll probably find out late tomorrow, if not the next day, on if he actually needs surgery or not. And I'm hoping he don't. If he doesn't, then it's 6 weeks, and he'll be back for training camp.
So I want to ask you guys a question real quick.
It looks bad.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry. It's like a little bit of a delay. I think that's why we keep talking. Okay. No, just question.
I see you too. My apologies, brother. Go ahead. Ask the question, please.
Okay. So I want to know, do you guys think, because in my opinion, we should have gone with 11-on-11 backyard football. Why play 10-on-11 with Brock Purdy, who can't throw the ball? He's just taking up space.
So are you asking
should we play 11-on-11? No, should we have played 11-on-11? You put CMC to receive the snap, Debo to receive the snap, Ray to receive the snap, and you go off of there and play some backyard football. Do some what is it?
I would have liked that. Yeah. The Wildcat.
Yeah,
I agree with you, Wolf.
Dude,
I agree.
Why not?
I was thinking that the whole team. Why not?
Why not?
Championship
we got Charlie Warner. We got Charlie Warner, a really good blocking tight end. Bring him in instead of the quarterback. We have 2 fullbacks, and they can stack the blocks all they want. We got a body for a body.
I mean, in the situation we were in, is already like hoping on a prayer, man. So, I mean, why not? I don't get it.
And CMC can actually throw the ball every now and again, just to, you know, be like, oh, we're running it. And then their whole defense bites and comes in, and then you just throw it to the guy that's open and he runs it in, you know. But that's in a perfect world. But, I mean, how many times in NFL history has this happened? I'm going to tell you 0. Because we literally, you know, QB1 went out week 2. QB2 went out during the Miami game. QB3 came in and was playing great football. I did not see that coming, and I'm honestly impressed with Brock Purdy. And, here he comes. We're in the NFC Championship game, and from McGlinchey's side, here comes the pass rusher and smacks his elbow. So, and then, Josh Johnson in the game. He's playing. He's not playing good, though, but he's playing. We're still in the game. And then eventually he got a concussion. That's why he was taken out of the game. And we had to put the guy that can't throw because his elbow's hurt back in. How many times has this happened in NFL history? I don't think it has. I've been watching football since 1984, and I do not remember a team going through 4 quarterbacks.
It's definitely unprecedented, I think. And with Josh Johnson getting into the game from the first snap, he didn't look comfortable. He did look like he was prepared. He looked like he never thought he would come into the game. And I do think that Kyle Shanahan should have just went to the full Wildcat and try, because again, we were in the game at 7-7. And then it just started to snowball with every attempt at a pass that Johnson did. And it was, 3 and outs, penalties. He couldn't even get the snap off. He couldn't hear the plays. He didn't understand the plays. He had to keep getting them repeated to him. I just think that as soon as Purdy went out, the game was over. I also think that Hassan Reddick, whatever his name is, he was specifically trying to go for their arms and shit like that because it's legal. I think that they tried to hurt young Brock. They got the same pass off, the play off on. Of course, it does cause fumbles
Josh
as well.
Johnson.
So or they got the same play on Josh Johnson before he got the. I thought his arm was hurt before they said it was a concussion. So I think that was a little, dirty pull there, but whatever. The game is over now, and you don't complain about it after the fact. But I do think that you're right, Wolf. We should have went to some semblance of just a Wildcat earlier. Now, CMC threw the ball to the left sideline. Okay, let's remember that he did throw a pass. He did the James in the pocket. He did the Black Swan, like a ballerina. He was crazy in the pocket, and he stepped up and threw the ball to the sideline. But that was his first pass, and that's not his normal job. But I think he could have done a better job, given more opportunities.
Yeah, he was definitely under pressure on that pass. So, yeah, when you give him a few more plays to go ahead and do it, maybe he'll have less pressure on himself and more opportunities. Another receiver downfield that gets open for him. But man, dude, just like the longest yard, how they said at that point, hoping on a prayer, man, just do some schoolyard bullshit. That's what they say in longest yard.
It wouldn't have been any worse than Josh Johnson dropping back and letting the ball hit him in the mouth and shit like that. It wouldn't have been any worse, I don't think. I think he was completely unprepared. There's a reason he's a journeyman. The reason he's been on our team that he's been on our team 4 times.
The practice squad, yep.
There's a reason, you know what I mean? And he never should have been in that game. I would have preferred even to have Juice line up, since he apparently thinks he's a great quarterback, if you ask him. So I would have preferred to have Juice even line up as Juice, Debo, anybody get a direct snap, like you said, anything other than what we did, honestly.
I'm going to bring up this comment real quick. I wanted to say something about Josh Johnson, man, because I heard earlier, we were talking about it. Just like you said, he's a veteran. I just thought the moment was way too big for him. He was like a deer in the headlights, man.
Exactly.
He made some good passes, but it was just almost like that Seahawks game where they were keeping up to a certain pace, but you just felt they were going to crumble at some point. And then once that happened, it was just going to all unravel. That's sure enough what happened, man. It's like, I understand that he came on later in the season, but that was still like week 9. That was still like 3 months ago when Jimmy Garoppolo got hurt. Because as soon as Garoppolo got hurt, Josh Johnson showed up, and he's been running the scout team ever since. So there is no excuse for him. He's just not good. He don't got it. So it's unfortunate, man. I really wish he would have stepped. I was hoping for like a Geno Smith situation. This dude comes out and balls out as well, man. Just execute, manage the game. You don't got to do nothing too crazy.
He doesn't have the talent, I don't think. He just doesn't have the talent.
Unfortunately, man. Unfortunately, I love great stories. That would have been cool.
So this guy is saying a pair of cotton socks from Walmart. You know, cotton socks from Walmart suck, right? Like, but so CMC would have 15 carries for 84 yards, 5.6 yards a carry. 0 for 1 passing.
He ran through 4 of your defenders on one play for a touchdown. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Your whole ass team is soft as fuck.
Soft.
Little ass.
You know, look, real quick, gentlemen. I just ended the stream, and I didn't want to do it on my stream. And I don't really want to do it either here. But
if you got to let some steam off, bro, go ahead and do it.
Well, fuck them, bro. I don't give them any respect for the win at all. But none. Yeah. First of all, I don't respect any teams at all anyway, but the 49ers. But secondly, I don't give them shit for that at all. They didn't get to play us. And we get to see you hoes next season in the regular season. All things even.
And you're going to find out.
I 100% believe you will lose in 14 days. Probably spectacularly. So,
I'm telling you, bro. The Chiefs are going to expose the Eagles. They didn't. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think the Chiefs are going to expose the Eagles, man, the way the 49ers would have if we had a healthy quarterback.
Beat their ass. We would have beat your ass today.
Fuck yeah, man. But bro, we got some callers backstage, man. So I got to let you go, but I appreciate you calling in, and it was great, man.
Please.
Got to hear from you again sometime, man.
No, thank you for having me.
And you, Platform 246. You guys go check out Platform 246, man. Got a great stream over there. You guys tap in, bro. Of course, bro. Every time. I almost forgot to plug it, but I got it.
You got it, brother. You're on your game. David, see you. Wolf, thank you. See you. Everybody,
likewise,
y'all be safe.
Take care, man.
All right. Have a good one, Lawrence.
All right. We got Aaron from 49ers First Takes coming up right now. Aaron, hope he's ready. Aaron.
What's up, guys?
There you are. Sorry to have you waiting, man.
Oh, it's okay.
What's on your mind?
All this discussion about coulda, woulda, shoulda after the Purdy injury is just ridiculous. We had no shot once he left the game. It was done. It was over. It was finished. Yeah. Josh Johnson is what Josh Johnson is.
I wouldn't say the conversation is ridiculous just because, like I've stated this since I started my channel, like this is a channel from 49er fans for 49er fans, and this is our little therapy session right now.
Oh yeah.
So that's why the hypotheticals, but yeah, man, I totally get what you're saying. It's besides the point already.
We know the game ended once he got hurt. The game was over.
Yeah.
That would have been a totally different outcome had he stayed in the game. Whether we would have won, we don't know. But it would have been a competitive game for sure. Josh Johnson is a journeyman's backup. We had our backups. We had our starter, our backup, our backup's backup, and our backup's backup in the game. So, I mean, are you serious? We're going to somehow.
Josh Johnson is the 5th string quarterback.
This is insane. Yeah. Oh, it's true. You're right.
Nate Sudfeld.
To me, it's the big game of what could have been if people are calling Kyle and saying he's a bad coach, he's a choker. Really? All of a sudden we lose one game in the playoffs, and all of a sudden all the praises he's been getting all year is absolutely just, it doesn't matter anymore. Listen, fact of the matter is our starting quarterback got his elbow essentially blown apart on a pass. It's football. People get hurt. And that was essentially the game. I thought our defense looked very good in the beginning of this game.
Oh my God.
Had we had him in the game, if it wouldn't have been, it could have went score for score. Dude, people are insane with all these conspiracies and blaming everybody but what was right in front of you. It was the quarterback got hurt, game was done. Simple as that.
Yeah.
It's not Kyle's fault. It's nobody's fault. How do you blame?
It's a freak accident, but I think, we talked about it here on the pregame. I really thought the 49ers should just come out, run it down their throats, a play action shot here and there. But I just thought it was way too pass heavy against this pass rush in the Eagles.
Right. I agree with that.
You're playing into their strength instead of their weakness.
But we never got a chance to see what the game plan would have evolved in had Purdy stayed in.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times in games, at least in the first quarter, you get teams get a feel for each other. They're like, okay, can't throw the ball a million times because you're going to get absolutely eaten alive. Let's change things up. But we didn't even get a chance to see that happen. Yeah. So let me just say this, man, and then I'll get out of here. You don't get these opportunities all the time, and that's the part that hurts the most, is that there's no guarantee we return to the conference championship again next year. There's a good chance because I think we'll have a really good team again, but this team has some holes, but you don't get these opportunities all the time, and it's unfortunate. But to blame anything other than the fact that our starting quarterback went down with a serious injury is asinine. And as far as the injury, they don't know if it's ruptured. If it's not ruptured, it's a 6-week recovery. If it is, then it's probably what David was saying, or Lawrence was saying. It could be a Tommy John type situation. So hopefully it didn't rupture. And by the time mini camps come around, he'll be good to go. So,
well, because of that news, man, I know, we've been talking about it, but due to that point, now I'm praying for a quarterback competition between those two, because then that means Purdy's actually healthy and able to go. Because if it is a ruptured situation, then he's probably not available for the whole season No, he's not going to be available.
Remember, Tommy John surgery in football, incredibly rare. So we don't know. And, baseball throwing, it's a different motion, and they're actually putting a lot of stress on that joint. When it comes to football, it's more of a finesse thing, and they're not necessarily throwing 100 pitches a game. So, it's 20 to 40 throws on average, depending on the system, quarterback, blah, blah, blah. And it's a different motion, too. So, for all we know, even if he has Tommy John surgery, he could be back for preseason.
I really hope so, man.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I'm just disheartened that we didn't have a chance to show our best in this game.
Exactly.
If we would have lost and shown our best, I would have been okay with it, but there would have been nothing I could do. But we didn't even get an opportunity to do that. It's like going into the World Series final game and all your pitchers got hurt, and you have to play the shortstop at the pitcher position. You're done. It's finished. It's over with. It's done.
It's like I'm sure Eagles fans are probably calling us sore losers right now, but it's like,
whatever.
What do you expect, man? We couldn't play you guys. Like, this was not the 49ers.
We didn't have a quarterback. I don't understand what else.
Any of our quarterbacks. It's like trying to drive a car with no fucking steering wheel.
Or without a person. There's nobody driving, therefore you can't.
Trying to get cross country with no steering wheel.
Oh my God. Man. Yeah, there's some delusional Eagles fans out there. Whatever. Hey, whatever. Enjoy it.
What do you expect, man? We can't give you full credit because you didn't beat us.
Yeah, you didn't beat us. You beat
by default.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I'm more disappointed than I am hurt or disheartened. I'm just like, I wanted to see what we could have done. I think Purdy would have put on a show.
Oh my God, bro, come on.
I have to agree with that.
This brings something up because he's a small quarterback.
Yes, he's a little guy.
This is why he dropped in the draft. And smaller quarterbacks are susceptible to injury more than bigger quarterbacks typically. But off of Trey Lance's career, I mean, come on, that dude's way bigger. He's way bigger than Brock Purdy, and look at him. He can never stay healthy. But Kyle Shanahan never gave him the chance to run an offense like Brock Purdy has.
Right.
So we can't have that that prejudice as far as the quarterback position. We got to give them both the chance to run it in the same true fashion. Sinister Soldier 22. I love the profile picture. I love Tupac, man. That's one of my near and dears. And he says, we would never let Bosa run freely to Jalen. And this is coming from an Eagles fan. And I understand the logic, man. So, I mean, that's part of the game plan. Dante Hittner, he touched on it too as well. He was disappointed in Kyle Shanahan. And Kyle Shanahan deserves blame. We can't coddle him, man. He doesn't deserve the whole weight of the world on his shoulders, but he did make mistakes, man. And getting a free rusher at Brock Purdy like that, basically, I know Tyler Kroft was supposed to block him. Initially, I thought it was George Kittle, so that really surprised me. I was like, did George Kittle really just let that dude run freely at Brock Purdy? So that caught me by surprise. But
could that have been a Purdy situation where Purdy didn't change up the protections or know what was coming and got himself hurt?
Typically, I don't remember if Juszczyk was the one, but it's from center, and then Juszczyk is the other one that helps out with that. Of course, the quarterback helps navigate some of that stuff, but it's typically on the center.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. It sucks. Yeah. I wish we would have had a full shot at these guys, and if we would have lost, then that would have been, whatever. But now we got to wait 7 more months, homie.
It is what it is, man. I mean, I think the Eagles are really going to get exposed. So like all the Eagles fans that are in here talking shit right now, just wait, man, because the Chiefs, they're not really anybody to fuck around with, I don't think, man. And maybe the Eagles can out physical them, but I just think that the Chiefs are going to have the opportunity to score too many points, and I don't think the Eagles can keep up.
We'll see, man.
Yeah, we'll just have to see. Exactly.
I'll be on with the NWO guys tomorrow, so we'll bang on this drum some more.
Yeah, good to hear from you, man.
Yep, you guys have a great night. See you later, David. Always thanks for your support when I see you, man, and I'll see you around, Wolf. Take care, man.
All right, brother. Take care.
Take it easy, man.
We got Corey Davis coming up next. Okay.
Let's go.
Mr. Corey Davis. Yo.
Hello.
Corey. Top of the evening to you. How you doing?
Talking to you. I'm doing not a good day today for me.
Yeah, man.
It started in the morning. My breakfast didn't come till about 11 o'clock. And I ordered at 9 o'clock. The Uber Eats guy, he must either took my food, ate it himself, or he delivered to somebody else's house.
Oh, no.
Because it came back there and said, enjoy your food. And I'm looking at my phone like, enjoy my food. Enjoy it. And so I had to call Uber Eats and do all that. And then my 49ers come out playing like they wasn't ready. They played like they was in the Bears game, making all these stupid penalties. Defense was making so much stupid penalties. What's the defense? I just like, come on, what's going on? And this is the reason why I blame some of this on Cal. If Jimmy was told he could play, he should at least came as our backup. This is a championship game. Cal would say, okay, you coming in as our backup. Brock Purdy's still our quarterback. You coming in as our backup. And come in, And then we had, if Brock Purdy go down, like he did, we'd had Jimmy, not Johnson.
Yeah.
But
that's 4 quarterbacks.
I mean,
in one season.
Mm-hmm. But then two quarterbacks
in one game, though. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. But then I wonder if Jimmy did like he did with the Patriots. When the Patriots he was at some of the Patriots players play that he could have played in the game. He said, "No, I'm not going to play," and let the quarterback that kind of hurt finger play. So I'm wondering if he did that. So he said, "I'm not going to play. I'm a free agent. I'm going to stay. I'm not going to come in. No, Cal, I'm not doing it."
Dude, let's be honest though. Jimmy G in a game like that where he's getting pressured, and I honestly don't think he would have performed well. He might have done a little better than Josh Johnson.
Oh my God, he would have done worlds better than Josh Johnson. Did you see some of those passes? He was throwing lower than Brock Purdy was, and he's taller than Brock Purdy, man. He was throwing like he was a 5'2" quarterback.
He did throw some lame eagles with a poor sense of direction. That's for sure.
He's throwing check downs at dudes' feet. Dudes that are running right in front of him, he's throwing them at their feet. Yeah. Like not even giving the receiver a chance to catch a damn ball, dude. So I wouldn't even compare Josh Johnson to Jimmy G's level, man. Jimmy G would have given us a very good chance to win against this team, especially with his quick release. Now I don't know. We're going to have to find out how his injury stuff is, like Corey's talking about. We've seen this before. His past teammates have called him a bitch because he decided not to play in a game for the Patriots when he could have played because he was hurt. He was I don't know, man. He was supposed to be reported to be available last week against the Cowboys for the divisional round. It was heard that he was walking around the facility on his own power, so it doesn't make any sense to me outside of him just making a business decision. And it's like I said, man, he could have upped his stock and been the hero, saved the day for us. But instead, he's on the sideline laughing his ass off. So after this, there's no coming back from this, man. I don't think the team can take Garoppolo back. Like, I think he's out the door.
Yep. And too, this will make me mad too. I still keep tripping off that why Kyle Shanahan didn't a catch. Why did you throw the word flag out there for the catch? That wasn't a catch.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, I think it was number 6.
Well, what was going on is he was waiting for his people to confirm that they saw what they saw. But Hufanga, who had a good angle and saw the ball come out, should have ran up to Kyle and said, "Throw the flag." He should have ran up, put his foot down, stomped up and down. You know, done what he had to do to get him to throw that flag.
Do something.
I mean, you obviously see that they're trying to hurry up to get to the line.
Yeah, they knew it wasn't a catch. No, probably went to the quarterback. That wasn't a catch. I dropped it. Come on, let's hurry up. Hurry up.
Yep.
I dropped it.
So Jimmy Ward got to tell Kyle Shanahan too, man. Like, hey, I'm not so sure he caught that, man. So I would challenge that. Kyle Shanahan really dropped the ball. I know he's going to be kicking himself in the ass about that one for a long time.
Yep. And now I was listening to CBS.
Hey.
Notes. Who is it? I'm watching. I think it's CBS. They were just talking about, who's leaving and who might stay and all that stuff. And
who's leaving what?
I'm like, who's going to be free agents on the 49ers?
For the 49ers?
Ain't going to be able to come on. Yeah.
Oh, no, man.
I'm not worried about that right this second. I'm more worried about getting over what just happened.
That and I want to find out about this MRI, how soon we can have Brock Purdy back, because I really, at least want, at the very least, a competition between him and Trey Lance if he's not going to have the starting role. But even then, maybe, I don't know, maybe Trey Lance is just going to be the starter, which I'm not going to protest, man. I love me some Trey Lance. I think he has a really good ceiling for potential, and he can do a lot of things with this offense. He just needs to be given a chance.
And to the referees, I mean, I can't remember who had, but this guy had CMC wrapped up, and the referee said call the play over, dead. But he come on the Eagle here, come bam, hit him hard, and no flag. It was a late hit, but there was no flag.
Yeah, the refs in this league have always been a big question mark. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god!
Every single set of refs calls the game different.
Bunch of fucking.
There's no consistency. There's no. You actually have to. Coaches actually have to game plan for the referees, and that's ridiculous. It should be they should be robots. They should all be calling the same stuff. I mean, if they were properly calling the game, Bosa would have drawn who knows how many flags throughout the season. And, we just didn't see it. And our team, started making mistakes, which I kind of put that on the coaching staff and the players. All those flags.
Yep.
We got to be more disciplined than that. But we did though. We held them to 269 yards of total offense. Jalen Hurts passed for 122 yards. They didn't cook us. We cooked ourselves.
Yeah, nobody could we couldn't help the defense at all today, man.
Yeah.
At all whatsoever. I really wish, you know what? I'm going to the next 49ers Pro Day. I'm gonna tell Kyle Shanahan, look, dude, you might as well have me waiting in the wings because you're going through quarterbacks and running backs like it's nobody's fucking business. So you might as well have me. I've got an arm, bro, and I ain't no bitch. So you might as well get ready to put me in. I ain't gonna cost you much.
Yeah.
Yeah, the refs did miss they did miss the ball popping out of DeVonta Smith. They didn't have honestly a good angle on it, though. I don't think any umpire did. And then it took the replay people until after the Eagles played to even show the replay where it popped out. It was like, that's interesting.
Did you guys?
But our players should have ran straight up to our head coach and told him to throw that flag. And
Jimmy
that
Ward,
wouldn't have been
man.
a cat.
Yep.
Yep. John Jay, let me ask you real quick, man, because we haven't gotten you a chance to talk. And then if you have any thoughts as well outside of this, I don't know if you guys saw a video came out of Jimmy Ward, Fred Warner. They embrace after the game saying in the locker room saying, I love you, dude. What no matter what happens next year, like I love you. It's been an honor. And dude, I want Jimmy Ward back, man.
Mm-hmm.
I really want Jimmy Ward back next year. I think he should retire as a 49er. He's spent his entire tenure here. Longest tenured 49er, him and Dante Johnson are the two. So hopefully we could get that done. Let me know your guys' thoughts. And if you guys saw that video, John Jay, if you could start and any other thoughts you got.
Yeah. So, I basically was watching a video of Fred Warner talking about, that this is probably the last time the Miko Ryans, because he owes a lot of his success to the Miko, and he knows it's a business. Also saying the same thing to Jimmy Ward. He's a free agent. I know, speaking about something that's going to happen in about 3 months, we do not know what's going to happen, but Fred Warner was making it clear that next year we're going to have new coaches, new players from the draft, players for free agency, and we're probably going to lose a lot of friends, because that's just part of the business.
Exactly.
It's the NFL, and every year is different for a reason. So he's not lying. He's not lying, because we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if D'Amico leaves, who's the next corner. There's a lot of questions we'll find out later. Yeah. But the point is that what Fred Warner was saying in that press conference when he was asked about,
like a robot, if I'm not mistaken.
I do. I sound like a robot?
No, you're good. I think he's talking about D'Amico Ryans.
He was not good.
Sorry about that. So basically, Fred Warner made it very clear that, he's going to miss a lot of his teammates. He's going to wish them well. It is what it is, part of the business. One thing I do want to say quickly before everyone, I heard a few people, who came in here after me, and thanks for having me back on again.
Yeah.
Talking about that. What's done is done. The Eagles won, we lost. Unfortunately, the coach and player in me, for those who don't know, I played professional sports. Yeah, I played baseball. I played some football, but baseball was my primary sport. And I heard David talk about, or one of the callers, about Tommy John. Tommy John, it's about a 1-year process. I do disagree, because I'm a baseball guy. Throwing a baseball 100 miles per hour, compared to a football, they're two different things, but I'm not going to get to all of that stuff. But yeah, if Brock Purdy needs that, it'll take about a year. So he would have to wait till the end of next season if we're in the playoffs, if he will be able to participate.
So it's Trey Lance's team as of right now, man.
But if what was reported by Adam Schefter, that if the injury is not as severe as they're thinking, it's about a 6-week process to rehab if there's no surgery. So hopefully, we will find out. I don't know if they're flying immediately back to Santa Clara, or they're going to spend a day there, and then Brock Purdy tomorrow will go see a doctor at the Philadelphia area. But we'll find out what is the injury that he sustained. And I did hear some Philadelphia, Eagles, saying things about. But at the end of the day, like I said, I'm not a typical 49er fan who wants to make excuses or want to trash talk. The Eagles beat us because they did their job. The Niners, we lost because we played awful in all aspect of the game. And no matter what, Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. We're not. This is the second time, where we make it to this title game and we lose. So, and will we be back here next year? I don't know. And that's the reason why fans are expressing and bringing up same things over and over again. And for me, it's going to take a while for me to get over this. But at the end of the day, the Eagles, let's congratulate them. Let's give them the props. But I'm going to be very critical, and Eagles fans can get mad at me. You guys are not a good team. Get mad at me for saying that. Your quarterback threw 122 yards, 4.7 yards per attempt. You guys beat us on the ground because of 3 different possessions. Again, I'm sorry that I had to go a little bit off on them, but again, I'm just expressing how angry I am.
Yeah, I mean, you convinced me, man, because for a second there, I was starting to think you were an Eagles fan.
Well, their running game, though, they're saying they're running the ball on us. So Gainwell was averaging 3.4 a rush. Sanders 3.8. Hurts 3.5, and Bart Scott 3.5. Those are good numbers. You guys actually averaged per offensive play 3.8 yards per play.
Like
what beat us was all our penalties. 11 penalties for 81 yards.
No.
That's yeah.
No,
we shot ourselves in the foot.
Purdy going down beat us, man, because none of that stuff would have happened. We would have kept not all that pressure would have been put on the defense. Josh Johnson wouldn't have given up the ball in the red zone for that turnover, stupid shit. So no, it's just Brock Purdy's injury, man. It just fucked everything up because the offense had no chance at that point to back up the defense, and they got to work in tandem. Defense got to slow them down while the offense scores points. If the offense can't do anything and the defense is on the field 80% of the time, there's nothing they can do. They're going to run out of steam. Like Platform 246 says, hit the like and subscribe button, everybody, please. I would really appreciate that. And I really like Steve-O Supremo's comment here. This is another good idea. We should have put 2-time Dr. Disrespect in at quarterback. Anybody who doesn't know, that's YouTuber Dr. Disrespect, who can he can throw a pretty good ball, man. Was he like 70-yard bomb?
Yeah.
It was like a 70-yard bomb he threw to Kittle.
Yep.
It's around. I can throw about 70, 75 yards myself as well, man. So I'm saying, hey, Kyle Shanahan, you ever need me, I'm right here, man. I would have done better than Josh Johnson. I'll do straight backyard football. I just got to hit the weight room again. I got you, boo boo. Let me see if I could find some.
Hey, well, let's get Dr. Disrespect in the training room.
There you go. He'd be looking like what's his name? Gardner Minshew 2.0.
I know.
What was that?
I know
Corey?
Jimmy Ward though say if he do, Jimmy Ward said that he wants the money.
Yeah, so
anybody who
doesn't know, Jimmy Ward gave us a hometown discount. The Raiders were offering him more money, but he decided to give the 49ers a discount and stick with them. But he said this time around, that's not going to be the case. If he could get more money somewhere else, he's going to do it because he needs to look out for his future. So, man, I'm worried about that, man. Look at my jersey right now. It's Jimmy Ward, man. I love me some Jimmy Ward, man. So I'm going to be a little heartbroken if that happens.
So, like I don't want to say this because you show that jersey, but
CG be happy.
but basically, I saw a video on Twitter from a local Bay Area media personnel that I follow, and they were talking about the possible ball that was not caught, and Jimmy Ward with a grin was like, "Oh wow." Then he was just touting himself. Like,
you think?
He was touting himself. He was saying, I caused that. And I don't want to sound a little bit kind of like your team just lost. Could you have been a little bit more humble? Because your team just lost. So I did not really like that from him. Like he could have said, "Oh, I didn't know that." And he could have done the polite answer. But when he went like, "Oh, yeah, I'm the reason why I knocked the ball out." Even though he didn't knock the ball out, the ball was just bobbling.
No, he actually did. I specifically saw his hand hit the ball. He smacked the ball. He gave it a slap-a-roo.
But at the end of the day, your team just lost 31-7. Have a bit of a because Fred Warner, the way he spoke, and that's why maybe I'm just biased. Again, his father follows me, so maybe I'm biased. But the point is that the way Fred Warner, he was very humble. He talked about his teammates, talked about his coach, talked about basically you could tell why he's all pro Fred, why he's the leader of that team. No disrespect to Nick Bosa, but that's what a leader does. When once your team loses a tough game, he says, "I could have done better." I love my team. I respect my team. Not Jimmy Ward being a little bit. I know he was being maybe goofy, but not at that moment. Not at that moment.
Yeah, I think the defense has a right to feel kind of like we feel, man. Like they could only do so much, so why sulk in it? It's like it was just they couldn't do anything about it, man. They can stop the Eagles as much as they wanted, but the offense just was not going to score at all whatsoever, man. So I don't blame Jimmy Ward, especially, he's looking towards his future and maybe going to another team if they pay him more. A team's just going to show him more love through his bank account. So it is what it is. It's unfortunate. It's part of the business. And I don't think the defense has anything to hang their heads down for. Live it up, man. Fuck it. It was inevitable.
He follow.
What was that?
If D'Amico Ryan's go coach some team, Jimmy Ward might follow him to that team.
Yeah, very much so, man. Yeah, that's a very good point. And John Jay, I think you said Vic Fangio's headed to Miami, right?
Yeah, basically this morning he signed a 3-year contract with a 4th-year option with Miami. So that's one person that everyone was talking about that he could come back. But so that's one less guy. And we were talking about possible, if we go outside, that Vic Vancho's now gone. We don't know what other coordinator we can pick up to replace him if we go outside, or what kind of coaches that we have on the defense side may want to take that spot if D'Amico leaves. So, yeah.
No Sleep Enterprise says Kyle needs to do a serious reality check, and if we lose D'Amico, oh my God, we're losing D'Amico, man. I'm already braced for it. And I can't stand Mike McDaniels anymore, man. Ever since he's gone, and it's like we haven't been poached enough. He's going to go and poach the 49ers even more. Like, dude, get the fuck out of our business, man. Mike McDaniel, I'm going to whoop your ass, bro. God damn, you're irritating. Got the damn 49ers East over there. That shit pisses me off so much. God damn. There was I don't know if this is a sarcastic question, but Sinister Soldier 22 says, when do you guys pick in the draft? Like 59, second round? As of right now, we're not picking till, I mean, it just has yet to be determined, because the 49ers, we have all these picks. This depends if we're going to trade them for players or we're going to trade up. I'm sure the 49ers are going to trade at least a couple picks to move up to at least the second round. So I would assume so. If not, we're going to be trading them for players like maybe a right tackle.
Well, dude, look at our draft history. We do well from the fourth round on. We don't need high draft picks.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we really don't.
But the investments, man, I really
think we did to the guy that, we did to the guy that was making them picks. He's now hired with Tennessee or something.
He wasn't making that. He wasn't making the picks.
Adam Peters.
No,
Adam Peters.
He was part of the staff. Rand Carthon's part of the staff. He's more like I don't want to say the understudy, but he's part of a crew, a collective that helps to make those draft picks.
I know,
he's
like
not the guy.
I know, like basically, John Lynch is basically like the executive, like the CEO of scouting. Basically, he's the general manager.
Yeah.
Adam Peters is his second in command, and he basically does like the assistant work. Under him, there's different scouts, and like technically, like it's not listed, but we have our scouts here in the Bay Area, which we look at the schools here. We have one in Southern California, up north in Oregon, Washington, and we have a bunch scattered out. Rand Carthon was guys who were basically, they were overseers. Basically, they would check in, with those little scouts that we don't see, because scouting is not easy. I can tell you that it's not easy. Now, I wanted to bring this up in 2019 after the draft, when the league changed the comp rule, that if you want to trade like multiple comp picks, like third stuff, those could be compensated with quality draft picks. So because of that rule, which I really like, and hopefully John Lynch and the scouts really use that rule to move up and get some really good picks. And if we try to trade like multiple like packages to one team, those could come out as first round picks. That's why I love the comp picks, and the more that we have, the possibilities are endless. I do agree with David that, like, when you go back like about 6 years of drafting, we've had probably like two drafts. Let's say two drafts where we hit on first round picks and we hit on second round picks. But the majority of the picks in the first and second round, either they have been bust, they haven't reached the potential that they wanted, or injuries. That's why our success rate, because Solomon Thomas was overrated. I follow Stanford football, overrated. Kinlaw, had injury concerns, but we had to draft him because we traded Buckner, and I don't know why we drafted that wide receiver that could never stay healthy. And Trey Sermon, I don't know why we draft them. It made no sense, but it really shows you that the Niners have made decisions because the scouts have told them otherwise to get these, because what they saw in the combine or the pro days. But yeah, I agree with David. Like, we do really well, but never underestimate a steal in the second round or a steal in the first round that may not be a big name, and that's why I agree. At least getting a second round, like a second round pick, moving up a little bit, is still good because a lot of first round talent falls in the first round. It happens all the time.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, and on top of that, we like McGlinchey, dude, you didn't play good today, and against a team like this, we need a guy that's going to play good.
Floppy McFlop flop. That's what I'm saying.
You never know. We might have his replacement sitting on the roster. It might be Zekel. Zalek.
Yeah.
I don't know how the hell to pronounce his name. Zekel.
Nick Zekel.
But it might be him. We could, he could be our future center. There's actually a couple good cheap options at center that I hope the Niners go for versus bringing back Brendel, because that experiment didn't exactly work out. He got blown up today too.
Mm-hmm.
No Sleep Enterprise says, whose freaking idea was it to bring in JJ? What the hell? I would have rolled the dice on Cam first. Damn, banana hands. No, the thing with Cam Newton, and he's talking about Josh Johnson. I thought he was talking about Juwan Jennings at first, but Josh Johnson, with Cam Newton, he has his podcast, man. That dude's over there chilling, smoking cigars. I think that has a lot to do with why they didn't want to bring him in.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, like I remember after he got let go from Carolina and then he went to New England, and even though a lot of people disagree, with me, the passing stats were awful, but he had 13 rushing touchdowns. And then when they went with Mac Jones, he sat down with Brandon Marshall, I think, on a podcast, and he said, if I go back to play football, I'm not a backup, I'm a starter. I may not be an elite quarterback. I may not be what I used to be, but Cam Newton, he's very vocal, and I think maybe that's why New England was like, "Nah, we have we have a system up here that we want you to follow."
And
maybe
prideful,
but Kyle does not like to adjust certain quarterbacks, and that's why Trey Lance got hurt, because he wanted to run him with the way he plays. That's why he coached Jimmy the way he coaches Jimmy. And that's why he coached the way Brock Purdy, because Kyle says if a quarterback has a strength, I'm going to use it. I think that's a down thing about Kyle that most people should start talking about. And Kyle has said it. If I'm able to have a Drew Brees arm and a Lamar Jackson, I will throw the ball 50 yards down the field, and I would run the ball the way Lamar Jackson does.
Yeah.
So it basically what he means is, like, if my quarterback can run, he's going to run. If my quarterback can throw the ball deep, they're going to throw the ball deep. And this is the thing that really, I know a lot of people don't want me to say this, but it's so annoying when a head coach has to say that, because you're supposed to take every aspect of your quarterback and make it better. Of course, every quarterback has strengths and weaknesses, but you improve those weaknesses and continue to develop the strengths. And that's the reason why, I like Kyle. I'm not gonna lie; he's way better than Chip Kelly, Tom Sula, and all those head coaches in the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that he does have an ego. He doesn't show it. I just think he just basically, like, please follow, like the receivers, follow, block, and you'll get the ball. Running backs, I'm going to use you the way I want you to use. If not, I'm going to get the other running back. I think that's why Jordan Mason wasn't used a lot. But at the end of the day, we just have to understand that this is how his offense works. It's very weird and confusing, but
where the fuck was Jordan Mason in this game, man? JP Mason.
Yeah.
So, outside of that special teams penalty, which was another one.
Yeah, that was the play that everyone's gonna be talking about. Like
the one that he got pushed into the kicker.
So,
God, like, what are you supposed to do, man? That's just those. Oh my God.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
And Elijah Mitchell and that
even
actually brings
was talking about that. The announcers was talking about that.
Yeah, that actually brings a good point. Like, Elijah Mitchell was inactive.
They was talking about that.
What about using Jordan Mason in some of the plays, and we didn't use him? So again, maybe he wants Jordan Mason to do something that McCaffrey and Debo do. You know, it's hard. It's just hard.
You got to share the rock, man.
Yeah.
You got to keep these guys fresh. Steve-O Supremo has a great question or comment. We didn't walk out with the boombox again. Can somebody get to the bottom of this?
Oh, yeah,
I honestly think that's a big problem because the boombox is good luck.
Apparently, even though I don't think they play the greatest hype music when they're coming out of there, I don't understand the music they're playing. Like, I don't understand how that gets somebody hyped, but it is what it is, man. Myself, I'd be listening to like some Tupac, Still Ballin' or something that goes hard with a badass beat or something, but whatever.
I know,
I don't know, man. Somebody get to the bottom of it though.
Well, like you also have to understand a lot of the Niners players are younger than all of us, so their taste of music, you know, I had a 8th grade teacher who would listen to music of his youth, and we would make fun of it. And then, you know, he would listen to our music and he would make fun of this young people's music. So the music that they listen to, again, I may not be a big fan of it, but I get it. Every generation has their music. And personally, like I said, you know, like you said, Wolf, there's some music that I like that you probably guys wouldn't like, but it's my favorite music and stuff. So I think, you know, it works for them. So if it works for them, you know, just play it.
Because of a groin injury, and it's most unfortunate because we really could have used Mitchell today. I mean, look, if we had Mitchell, do you think Shanahan would have gotten to his bag and said, fuck it, I'm going Wildcat?
Maybe, man.
Yeah, and like Mitchell also runs through the tackles, so like that would have really helped us. You know, McCaffrey, a lot of his runs are outside. He does do some run down the middle, but the majority is if he catches the ball, he uses his speed to run outside. You know, so a lot of the stuff that he runs, you know, and I personally think like you know, like what you guys are saying is very interesting. That what they should have done was basically like what Miami did in the 2007 or 2008 season, where their running back was there the entire time, and it worked for a while. And I think Kyle should have been like, use check and throw the ball because he played quarterback.
All those guys, man. All those guys.
And you know, and also like basically do like these like run designs that have them go to the outside, like the Rams game.
Play action.
McCaffrey throw the ball down in the corner, like that. But unfortunately, you know, Josh Johnson, you know, and then they put Brock Purdy back in, who was hurt. And again, like we've talked about this already a million times on the show, but like I think, as I said the first time I was on here, and I said this, maybe Kyle just changed the game plan and just try to do something. And I think, you know, I personally felt that he could have done a little bit more smarter early in the game, because I don't know if it was the first or second.
Run the ball.
Yeah, so.
Hey guys, I really appreciate you guys coming on as always. We got another caller backstage. I'm going to give him a couple minutes and then close out the show.
All right, I'll go because I was on here twice. So thanks very much, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna let everybody go, and then I'm gonna bring in the caller, and then just gonna close out the show, guys. So if you guys have any real quick closing thoughts, man, and then probably do a show tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Well, thanks for always having me on, man. Appreciate it. It's always great to have good conversation with everybody. Thanks very much.
Yeah, man. Likewise, John Jay. Have a great night, bro. Okay. Oh shit. Whoops.
And with me, with me, I would like, you know, Jordan Mason, he runs up the middle. Lies runs good, he goes up the middle. So I don't understand why we didn't put him in there too.
Yeah, man.
And so it's been great being on here. Everybody, make sure you hit if you haven't hit it, and or if you haven't subscribed to his channel, subscribe to Wolfcat channel. And also subscribe to my channel. As you can see, my name. Oh, I'm down here. Corey Davis. You'll find me.
All right, Corey. Have a great night, man. A pleasure as always.
Also, to my man David Niner channel.
Yes, sir. We got to get going, though, Corey. We only got a couple minutes. All right, Corey. Have a great night, man. David.
All right, buddy. It's all the off season. This doesn't seem right at all.
No.
This doesn't feel right at all. It still hasn't sunk in. All right. No matter what, red and gold till I'm dead and cold.
100%. Niner gang over everything.
That's right.
All
right, buddy.
David.
Thanks for having me, man.
We'll be in touch, man. Appreciate you as always.
Okay.
All right.
Later.
Take care. All right. We got Big Mac Sports on deck coming up right now for you guys. What's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, Wolf? I would have got on earlier, but I had to take care of a couple of things. So
either way, man.
Yeah.
You fit in. Glad to have you.
What did I miss?
A whole lot.
Oh, just kidding. That was just kidding.
Just a whole lot of basically. What more can you say? Once Purdy's out the game, that's it. That's it, man.
Yeah, for real. That was really tough. Everything was tough about this game. It just didn't feel right from the get-go. Yeah. Starting with that non-challenge that wasn't done. And I was trying to send you the video when you're talking with Corey and David and John about where Jimmy Ward stuck his hand in there on that Devontae Smith pass.
Yeah.
Because I was watching you guys and I was like, oh, let me try to send this over. But I sent it over to Krug, to Larry earlier. So hopefully he got that. But yeah, it was a tough break for the 49ers today. Yeah. That was just it's just how it goes, man. And then after the freaking game, I got on with Larry and then I went and ate some freaking ice cream. Some Rocky Road ice cream.
That's what I'm about to go do, bro. I swear I'm about to go eat some ice cream after this. I'm not even joking.
I got so mad. I freaking devoured some cookies too on the way, and it was like, yeah, that makes things sweeter for me.
That's funny because so I went to Safeway yesterday. I think I said it on one. I said it somewhere. I was talking on one of the streams. It was either Krug or Raj, and Safeway had a promo, $1.27 for a bucket of ice cream. What the hell? Everybody ransacked the place, but the one I got was like cookie. It was some cookie thing. It was like M&M cookies and stuff like that in the ice cream. Yeah. Is pretty cool. So I'm about to have cookies and ice cream myself too, man. I promise you.
I just want to jump in before I go to bed and just, hey, the off season's here.
Yeah,
they're gonna make some moves and. Hopefully we can keep some good guys, some core guys, and bring in some new guys that'll help things go along. So, yeah, that Josh Johnson, man, my gosh, you guys were talking about it earlier, deer in headlights. I was like, dude, he looked like a freaking. You know who he looked like? I'm going to tell you who he looked like.
Like a Mark.
No, he looked like J.T. O'Sullivan or Sullivan.
Oh my God.
That was drafted by the Niners over Brady, right?
Some Tim Rattay.
I mean, dude, he was not prepared. That's
man.
Basic and simple. He was not prepared for the big championship. It's like he said, "Oh crap, I got to go in there now. It's a championship game."
He made a couple plays, man. I do give him kudos for that, but yeah, it just looked like the moment was too big for him.
It really was. So
he's been preparing with the scout team since Jimmy. As soon as Jimmy went down, they brought him in. What was that? This was like week 9 against the Dolphins.
So yeah, they had to sign him off of the practice squad for whatever team he came from. But I was like,
so he had basically he had at least half a regular season to get ready for this, to be called upon at some point in time.
Yeah, but I saw a couple of chats on yours and earlier in other places about what if Cam Newton would have came in and instead of Josh Johnson, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
but,
that dude is over there
the what
smoking
ifs and
cigars.
everything. That's all past. So
he's doing what we're doing, man. He's having a podcast now, smoking cigars. He's doing what we're doing.
Hey, yeah, even like I saw all the tweets and everything from all other people, and Sherm was just like, "Hey, those ticky-tack calls shouldn't be in the NFC Championship game." So,
yeah, straight up, man. Let the motherfuckers play football.
Yeah,
it's irritating, man. Like we talked about it, JP Mason. Like, I understand roughing the kicker if you're actually roughing the kicker, but like running into the kicker on accident, that's a whole different thing. How are you supposed to go and try and block a punt and then be forced to change or stop your momentum on the drop of a dime? It makes no sense at all whatsoever to me. At the end of the day, this is football. They're all fucking football players. They're all getting paid millions of dollars to do this shit. It pisses me off, dude. We're men, right? We're supposed to be men. We can take somebody rolling into our leg. It's not that big of a deal.
Well, if you look at that play, he was actually blocked and his back was going towards the kicker and he was pushed right into him. So
yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's part of that play. I went back to go through some of these plays that were happening.
Revise. Yeah.
The what's his the Hufanga when he got mad at the end of the fourth quarter? He was literally held, and then he got mad, ran over there, and just did a boneheaded push out of bounds, where it kept those plays going. So, that's how it happens. But
man, you know what, man, we got so many good questions in the chat right now, guys. I really appreciate it. We're going to close out the show before the 2-hour mark, but I would appreciate if everybody would, first of all, come tap in, subscribe with me and everything, and tap in with me tomorrow. But my boy Big Mac Sports as well, go subscribe to him. I was actually, bro, I was trying to withhold my stream because I saw a bunch of other people were already live and you were planning to do yours, and I was trying to postpone mine to a later time, but it was like, God damn, I couldn't wait any longer. And I saw you weren't going live, so I didn't know if you were canceling or what. So I was like, damn, I got to do it, man. But
I did go live for just like 16 minutes just to get all the frustration out, and I said I'm gonna just do it real quick, and then I'm gonna go and see about getting onto Wolf's channel. But yeah, everybody hit that like, subscribe, and subscribe button. The other thing that with the AI, hit the notification bell, so whenever Wolf comes on or whenever I come on, that'll tell the AI that, hey, we're going to direct some traffic this way to those channels. And all the guys that are on here, it doesn't matter if you're a Niners fan or not, subscribe anyways. We'll pay the favor back because we like to talk sports, and we have a whole I talk I talk Niners sports, but I also talk about the rugby stuff, so I'll be doing some rugby stuff. But the main thing that's coming up is the draft and the off-season coverage and everything. So I'm gonna see if I can challenge Rich Eisen to for that 40-yard that he does every year on the combine. I mean, I'm 49, but we'll see if I can run some. So
we have less than a minute. Like I said, guys, go subscribe to Big Mac Sports. We're gonna get a weekly thing going on between mine and his channel.
That's right.
So we're gonna figure that out this week, guys. But please subscribe, tap back in. I'm sorry I couldn't get to all the comments. I do want to knock this one out real quick. 49ers worst takes. You can't do Wildcat if you don't have plays for them. Like I said, man, when I was talking about it at that point, it's a survival situation. The whole game was a Hail Mary. So just schoolyard bullshit. Words of the longest yard. But I got less than 30 seconds, guys, so we're going to tap out. I appreciate you guys. Please tap back in, and then we'll get through the comments quicker next time, I promise. Sorry, and good night. Appreciate you guys. Go Niners.
Go Niners.
Still. Yeah.